russosbrand.com, where the pros are the pros.
All right. Well, for those unaware, Nielsen has revealed that they're going to be checking their ratings differently now. And it seems to be a system that will be more accurate because it's bringing smart TVs into the mix. That's where the discrepancy came from, allegedly. When we had that number, remember the high number and the low number, and Meltzer was trying to justify why the high number was right. Well, apparently the low number came from the first Nielsen change in this. Dave has been putting over these numbers now with Nielsen coming out with a more accurate number, and it's lower and it's showing the difference. Let's see how Dave now talks about AEW numbers.
Interesting.
Because we've heard, let's remember all the clips we've had of Dave for almost 6 years now, since AEW's been around, and listen to him in this video. This was sent in by Final Boss Engaged.
AEW went from doing what I would call very, very.
Before we get started, it's definitely Die Day. That is pitch black. He's got the black shirt on.
Yeah, this is Die Day.
This is 100% Die Day.
Yeah. This guy's a Giant fan. I got that.
AEW went from doing what I would call very, very good numbers to a TV number that's nothing special and not that great.
Yeah,
but maybe it's still doing great if you include the Max. I don't know. So, but
right there, that's already a difference. It's been definitely you're not including the Max number.
Yeah,
they're up. So he's already backtracking on everything that he's been saying.
Yeah.
Now, instead of you're being dishonest if you don't know that they're up with the Max number, now he doesn't know.
Yeah.
This is a complete 180 for him.
And special and not that great.
Yeah.
But maybe it's still doing great if you include the Max. I don't know. So, but
maybe it's still doing great if you include the Max. I don't know.
Why does he talk about something he doesn't know about?
Well, the problem is he's been talking about it since January, like it's this giant, huge number, and then they've been up.
Yeah.
And so now he's about to eat crow. And so he's already starting the narrative, changing it. Maybe people won't remember what he said.
The whole thing is like, man, there's a lot of questions. I mean, like, just a month ago, AEW looked like, from a rating standpoint, looked like we're doing really, really well. And now all of a sudden it's just like, if you start getting these 495s and 500s and 0.09 and 0.10 and 0.11, I mean, especially because the other thing with AEW too is AEW's ups and downs in some ways are very much based on perception. Like if, and WWE would agree too. If you're perceived as hot, you're hot, right? If you're perceived as cold,
can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. The same people watch the same show every week. Okay. So if I'm a casual fan and I'm not watching AEW, okay, how am I supposed to know it's hot? How would I possibly know it's hot? The same people are watching the show, bro. I would have no way of knowing, I got to watch AEW because that's hot. Like, how would I even freaking know that?
Well, think about it. You do hear things like that about other shows. I hear it all the time. What's the hot show on Netflix or any of this stuff? People will be talking about it. You hear that, right? But you don't go anywhere and people are talking about AEW.
God, no. Bro, and they're not talking about WWE either.
No,
they're not saying WWE, the show is so hot, you got to watch it.
Right. But if something's hot on Netflix, you bet your ass people are talking about it or, something like that.
If you're perceived as hot, you're hot, right? If you're perceived as cold, based on these numbers, you're cold.
You're not perceived from the numbers. The numbers are factual. It's not a perception. It's reality.
Even though their popularity is probably, look, they're no less popular.
He was about to say their popularity is as high as it's ever been, and he actually stopped himself. Yep. He actually caught himself, bro.
Yep.
Look, they're no less popular this last Wednesday than they were a month ago. They're not. It's the same. But
how does he know that? How does he know that?
I don't know. But if he's right, then that means the numbers from a month ago were 100,000 some higher than they actually were.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I don't know how he knows this.
Yeah.
So he's trying to convince you that the new number would have been the same as the old number. Like the difference is exactly the same as it would have been a month ago.
Perception is all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, another giant drop. And you'll be hearing, and I'm not just talking about like the podcasters are trying to run up their business by being anti-AEW, but still like the whole.
How does anybody run up their business by being anti-AEW?
Well, I do have to say people like listening to our Raw and SmackDown reviews because we trash it, bro. So
right, but you're not being dishonest. He's
right.
implying that people are faking it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be hearing, and I'm not just talking about like the podcasters are trying to run up their business by being anti-AEW, but still like the whole perception thing, it is going to take a hit. So it's going to be tough. It's not impossible, but so, but yeah, it's a shocker. Like the whole thing was, come when this thing moves in, wrestling's going to be up 15-20%, maybe more. And that didn't happen.
You want to know why it didn't happen? Who the hell still had Nielsen shit? Old people.
Yeah.
Who watches wrestling? Older people.
Yeah.
So now more younger people are being involved in the number. So of course it's going to go down because they were basing their projections on an entirely older audience.
Right. Yeah. That we're using an archaic system. And this is a new system that everybody has. So yeah.
Meltzer had reported last week, I think, maybe the week before, about Andrade when he was with AEW the first time.
Yeah.
He said Andrade led Tony Khan to believe that he was re-signing with AEW. Khan thought they had a renewal agreement in place, though it wasn't signed yet. Khan pursued him until the last moment, despite insiders knowing Andrade was headed to WWE. When Andrade's contract expired, he left. Well, Andrade put out a tweet to Dave Meltzer. Based on that, this was sent in by Mike DeFitz, Kevin Gordon, Greg O'Grady, Matthew Ortiz, and J12. Andrade tweets, tags Dave. You talk too much shit without proof. And sir, I'll only tell you one thing. When my contract with AEW ended, I personally went man-to-man to thank Mr. Tony Khan for the opportunity to be in AEW, and that's all I'll tell you. If I wanted to talk more, I would show you that you're wrong about many things, but you keep killing the business. Well, Dave actually responded to this because somebody tweeted to Dave, getting called out by Andrade was the nail in the coffin. So Dave responds, yet he couldn't identify even one thing inaccurate. When it comes to these things, if you have facts, you respond with facts. If you have no facts, you respond with name calling.
How is he going to have a fact that he went up to Tony Khan and thanked? How does he factually back that up? It was a one-on-one conversation. I'm sure Andrade didn't do it in front of a crowd of people. I'm sure he did it when Tony was alone. How would he have facts to back that up?
Like Dave doesn't have any facts that what he's saying is true, right? He heard this. Is that a fact? No, that's not a fact.
Give me a break. But that's very, very interesting, bro, because, Tony is Dave's boy and Andrade's calling him out.